Did you notice what just happened? Business cards. Business cards are exchanged constantly in the Japanese business world. During a meeting, place the business cards on the table in front of you in the order people are seated. When the meeting is over, put the business cards in a business card case or a portfolio to show that you are interested. Hold up, tips you should know about communicating with Japanese in English. First, do not speak fast. Second, do not use long sentences. And last but not least, do not misunderstand their reactions.
Hi, allow us to introduce you briefly about our background.
In meetings, here are some things you should take note. First of all, punctuality is important. Arrive on time for meetings and expect the Japanese will do the same. Next, this initial getting to know you time is crucial to lay the foundation for a successful relationship. Next, if you respond quickly with excellent service, you prove your ability and trustworthiness. Last but not least, avoid refusing a request. No matter how difficult or non-profitable it may appear, the Japanese are looking for a long-term relationship.
Old Town White Coffee was established in 1958 in Ipoh, Perak, Malaysia. Old Town White Coffee's history can be traced back to the incorporation of White Cafe in 1999 with the intention to provide quality white coffee to Malaysian households and the food services industry. The co-founders and executive directors, Mr. Goh Chin Moon and Mr. Tan Se Yap, formulated their own blend of 3-in-1 instant white coffee and commenced manufacturing in 1999. Furthermore, Old Town is Malaysia's #1 Asian restaurant chain and a leading player in the coffee segment. Old Town comprises two business segments, which are restaurants and instant coffee. The group launched its restaurant business in 2005 and has since evolved into a leading chain serving Malaysian-style cuisine with over 200 outlets in Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, and China. Old Town is also a leading player in instant coffee segment with market leadership position in Malaysia, Singapore, and Hong Kong. Our commitment to maintain the true essence of our heritage has helped us to create a one-of-its-kind brand that is renowned the world over. Some awards received by Old Town White Coffee are the Gold Award for the Trusted Brand Awards 2017, Malaysia organised by Reader's Digest, and the Gold Medallion Award at the International Marketing and Effectiveness Award 2015. All in all, Old Town White Coffee has great potential to penetrate into Japan due to its economy, business environment, and technology, but it is crucial for us to find the most suitable Japanese company for joint venture in order to be accepted in the market.
Presentations. Notice how we keep them formal and we just stick to the facts. Why? Because Japanese likes minimal and straightforward presentations. And here's one more thing you should know. The Japanese do not always raise their hands and will often look directly at you instead. It is up to the presenter to be aware and to politely ask if they wish to ask a question.
So the products we wish to bring into Japan's market are the Old Town White Coffee 3-in-1 series, Old Town White Coffee 2-in-1 Coffee and Creamer, Old Town Milk Tea series, Old Town Nanya White Coffee, and Old Town White Coffee Cat Drinks. So the Old Town White Coffee 3-in-1 series consists of 5 varieties, which are classic, hazelnut, natural cane sugar, less sugar, and extra rich. So the Old Town Milk Tea series includes 3 varieties, which are the white milk tea, Hong Kong style milk tea, and teh tarik milk tea. So the Old Town Nanya White Coffee consists of 2 varieties of Nanya White Coffee O with sugar add and Nanya White Coffee O kosong. So lastly, the Old Town White Coffee Cat Drinks with 3 varieties of classic, hazelnut, and salted caramel.
Do you have any questions so far? Alright, we will proceed. We are sure you must be wondering which part of your country we wish to penetrate. We believe that your country is strategic and beautiful in its own way, but after a thorough research, we have decided that Tokyo is our targeted area where Old Town White Coffee will be penetrating. As we all are aware, Tokyo is a city with a well-developed coffee culture, where a decent cup of coffee is a part of many Tokyo residents' daily routine, whether it's a work day or a holiday. As a result, Tokyo could draw people from all across the country and set national trends throughout the entire spectrum of consumer purchase. According to Kenta Kubokawa 2018, there are 1,795 supermarkets or general merchandise stores in Tokyo with a total food and beverage sales of $35 billion. Given the city's population, Tokyo boasts a variety of store chains that specialize in unique product offers. Furthermore, Ultra White Coffee will provide the products cheaper compared to other competitors such as Starbucks and Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf. Ultra White Coffee will provide affordable products focusing on different target markets to attract more customers. They are targeting the mid to higher end of the middle income section of customers who are discerning and prefer finer coffee products. The product will cost around RM28 to RM32 or 775.80 JPY to 886.62 JPY on average. This helps Ultra White Coffee effectively enlarge their business. However, for Ultra White Coffee to launch or create a product, understanding the market dynamics turns out to be a significant measure to the focus points and consistent demand in the future. As an assumption, due to some causes, if the demand of Ultra White Coffee product increases, and to satisfy the additional requirement of goods, the manufacturers should put in an extra shift and produce more goods, thus increasing the supply in the market. Over time, the prices of Ultra White Coffee products will lower down or demand subsides. The amount also comes to the earlier level of manufacturing.
Despite the fact that penetrating into Japan is our goal, we believe there are some hurdles that we need to overcome. So our biggest concern is the challenges of diversity when dealing with your country, Japan, is to speak your national language due to the prevalence of English speakers in your country is very low.
The Japanese language contains many standard expressions which, when translated into English directly, often cause confusion. As an example, she is very smart rather than meaning intelligent, demanded as smartly dressed.
However, fret not, we will definitely provide training for both parties, our staff and also yours.
We believe that while penetrating into your country, appropriate communication is very much needed for both parties to establish our partnership successfully. It could help our business to have effective and long-term relationship with your country. It is important to create an emotional connection with our clients by making them feel valued and comfortable while telling them about our goods and services. Hence, skills in communicating the right way is very crucial. Another challenge is there could be culture barriers, language barriers, and more which hinder the process of marketing.
If this happens to you, don't worry. The Japanese often remain silent for a long period of time. Be patient and try to work out if they understood what was said. And some Japanese close their eyes when they want to listen intently. So, do not panic.
Therefore, with the presence of appropriate communication, the marketing process will be effective. We believe that having the right communication skills and approaches for specific target groups will make it easier to understand the needs and establish connection with the customers.
In order to manage the communication problem as we have to speak your natural language, we'll make sure our support is flexible and has access to a wide variety of spoken language. Having a local speaker from your party will have familiarity as it can offer cultural advice and nuances our party may not have recognized in the language. So in addition, to manage a diverse workplace, our organization will ensure that we will effectively communicate with employees. Policies, procedures, safety rules and other important information will be designed to overcome language and cultural barriers by translating materials and using pictures and symbols whenever applicable. So next, to manage the challenges of knowing international legislation, research is crucial here as is knowledge. We need a reliable team who knows Japanese markets and restrictions inside out, whether it's managing data effectively or keeping extra copies of courier document. Knowledge really is power here. So we will also be seeking advice from experts who have representative and knowledge from in and around our target markets. We will also be getting localized expertise which will save us time and potentially costly mistakes from tax mistakes and even worse, law infringement. Not to mention, managing diversity in the workplace also means that we need to keep abreast of changing employer-related law and trends, especially diversity-related changes. Our organization will regularly review internal policies, especially those around harassment and equal opportunity, and make sure they reflect the most current law and regulation.
As a conclusion, after a thorough research of the Japanese culture and market, Old Town White Coffee will definitely have a big potential to penetrate into the Japanese market if it is done accordingly. Inspired by the leading chain of coffee industry, Starbucks, which has succeeded in penetrating Japan although Japanese prefer tea compared to coffee, shows that Old Town White Coffee too has a chance to bring Malaysia's heritage, especially our signature white coffee. It is crystal clear how effective communication is crucial in dealing with Japanese in order to successfully penetrate into their market. At the same time, research on the culture and demographic of Japan is also one of the most important factors to be taken into consideration before penetrating into Japan. It is also crucial to assess and analyze the target market area, including size, competition, and the market dynamics.
It is more than possible for Old Town White Coffee to adapt with Japanese culture and market and also the preferred communicating styles of the Japanese. Hence, Old Town White Coffee will continue to develop better communication skills to be able to communicate with the Japanese in the process of penetrating their market.
Alright, now I will be giving our opinions and recommendations regarding penetration. Let's start with our opinions. So, in our opinion, penetrating involves either increasing the current market share of an existing product or promoting a new product into an existing market. Thus, it basically encompasses all activities by a company aimed at popularizing its brand within a market with existing similar products. Successful penetration is achieved when the company is able to convince and take over competitors' clients, as well as obtaining new clients for its products. Common strategies employed to achieve penetration includes adjusting prices, promotions, product improvement advertising, and increasing distribution channels. Now, let me give some recommendations regarding the things to be taken into consideration when penetrating into foreign countries. The first recommendation is to establish a partnership with a leading company that can supplement service or product so it can strengthen both companies. Hence, Old Town White Coffee would join venture with the Japanese company to facilitate smooth expansion as we are able to develop a relationship with a team that has direct experience with the target market. Moreover, this helps us to have access to more resources such as talent, vendors, and also chance to do networking with the competitors. Borrowing the reputation of the partner will also help diminish any chance that our market entry strategy will be unsuccessful due to a lack of connections and competitor domination. In fact, it may even lessen the overall waiting period for return on investment and successful global growth. It will still take time, but not as long. Next, do research on the demographic of the country that will be penetrated into. Research the demographics and break it down into categories such as age, income, ethnicity, gender, and more. After the information research, decide if it is the preferred target market, including the city we will be penetrating into. As an example, in our case, we have chosen Tokyo. A thorough research of the demographic must be done to ensure if the area is the ideal place for our industry, which is the coffee. Lastly, find a local expert to help understand the regional culture and their habits. There are a vast number of variables that may determine whether a demographic of buyers may become our customers, whereas another group of the same demographic may not. As an outsider, we may not be privy to these nuances, hence, it is important to get help from the local expert. They not only know best about the target market, but also can help us in overcoming the communication barriers while in the process of penetration.